we have this beautiful deck. Absolutely love it, but it's totally sinking. It's at an angle like this, and it's because this stair stringer isn't attached to a post. So what we need to do is jack up that spot right there, raise it about 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches, put a post in there, and then reapply the ceiling so that our water doesn't drain out and we can use this area all year long. Let's get our car jack out. Let's get to it. We removed a section of this tin ceiling that we use on this under the deck patio. And now I'm gonna measure from the concrete to this spot here that's sunk to figure out how big of a support beam we need to connect in order to jack that corner up and then place a post. "78 inches. This is the problem area right here. You can see that there's nothing supporting it. So this area is just falling. Time to address it. My plan is to use a couple 4x4s.
Check out that 4x4. That is hot.
And to create a little bit of a strong support that I can stick a car jack underneath, raise it up maybe 1.5 inches, and then once it's there, I can place that beam, one of these big heavy 4x6 beams, and then I can take out that support and hopefully the whole deck will rest on that. Of course, this is the part of the project where my cheap Amazon microphone decided to freak out and fail on me. Time to invest in some better stuff. Anyway, I went to the back of my SUV and I pulled out that car jack that I only use for emergencies. Okay, my plan is to create 2 4x4s with a 4x4 post down here and one up here to keep them strong, and then just to place this jack underneath it and just jack it up. So I'm just gonna see what the height is, about 6 inches. All right, so I'm gonna make a little support beam. It's about 6 inches from the bottom here, and that's what I'm gonna use to jack that post up. All right, this is kind of my idea for a temporary post. That's where the jack goes. So the jack is just gonna go right in there and it's gonna press up on that guy, and then it's gonna raise the whole thing and it's gonna raise that whole deck up. We can hold it there, and then I'll go and cut a true beam, you know, a 4x6, something secure and strong that I can go and place in, and then I can remove this temporary post. Let's do it. We have here our temporary post. What we'll do is we'll slide the jack under it so that it's right there. We'll use this and we will slowly crank and see if we can't get that thing to just lift it just the space that we need so that I can slide a permanent post under there, get it all nice and level before we let the deck back down on top of it. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if this fits. It's getting dark out here. Alexa, turn on string lights. All right, I think this is gonna work. At this point, I am just cranking that jack to raise that post up just off the ground, and I can tell that this corner of the deck, the part that is sagging, is now being supported by my temporary post. Next, I'm just going to jack it up a couple inches. Listen, I don't want to brag, but that is awesome. Check this out. It was so off before, now it's completely level. Let's watch that process again in quadruple speed just so you can see it move that 1.5 inches. And you can see that is completely off the ground. If we get way down there, you can see that those pillars are completely off the ground. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna measure this distance just right here. Then I'm gonna get a 4x6, very strong, very sturdy post, cut it to size, place it in there, and then I'm gonna remove this thing and let that deck fall back down onto that post. I just measured it, it's 79 inches, which is awesome because these were 78 and they fit in nice and easy. 79 means that we raised this about 1.5 inches. Let's go, we're working late, so quick sunset break. Check out the moon. Check out that gorgeous sunset. All right, let's see if this does the trick. Just kind of wedge that board, that beam right where we need it, so we can remove this temporary post. Here we go. I've got it almost where I want it. It's not quite straight, but in order for me to hit it where I need to hit it, I need to remove this guy. So here is the true moment of truth. I'm gonna remove the temporary post by decompressing the jack, letting it all rest on this. All right, guys, it's finished. Look at that. We made a temporary post, used a car jack to jack this whole thing up 1.5 inches, and then we cut this post to size, sledgehammered it into place, and now we're gonna use those 6-inch screws just to bolt this post right into the stair stringer so that everything is super sturdy, super secure. I'm proud of this project. I didn't know if it was gonna work. In my mind, I thought, I bet I can use a car jack and I can devise a little temporary post and I can ratchet that thing up, lift up this corner of our deck so that I can place a real post. I did it, it worked out. If you have a problem like this, you can do the same thing. It only took like an hour. Thank you for watching, I so appreciate it. Let's secure this thing in.